What would you do if you discovered that the strength to overcome your greatest fears, problems, and insecurities doesn't come from you? What if I told you that ordinary men and women in the Bible, like Paul, David, Esther, and Peter, did incredible things precisely because of this? Today, you're going to discover the secret that transformed prisoners into heroes, failures into miracles, and how it can change your life right now. It all starts with a phrase written by a man who was imprisoned in darkness without hope. He said, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me." Paul was in prison when he wrote this message. How could someone in a cell say that? Because he discovered that his strength came from God, not his circumstances. He had no freedom, but he had God with him. David was a young shepherd. One day he saw a giant, almost 10 feet tall, threatening the entire army of Israel. Everyone ran away, but David said, "I will fight." Do you know what he used? Small stones and a sling. But his secret wasn't in his weapons. It was in God. David didn't rely on his own strength or skill. He shouted, "You come with a sword, but I come in the name of God." And the giant fell. Do you also have a giant to face? The lesson is clear. It's not about the size of the problem, but about the power of the one who is with you. Knowing that even in the face of your struggles, God is with you. Esther was a simple girl who became a queen. When her people were in danger, she could have remained silent, but she said, "I will speak to the king even if I perish." But before that, she did something crucial. She asked everyone to fast and pray. She knew without God, nothing would work. Esther didn't trust in her beauty or courage. She trusted in God. How many times do we try to solve everything on our own and forget to ask for God's help? Her story proves God moves when we make room for him. Peter was a fisherman who made many mistakes, but one day he did something physically impossible. He walked on water. How? Through a word. Jesus said, "Come." Peter stepped out of the boat and walked, but when he looked at the wind, he got scared and began to sink. Jesus grabbed him and said, "Why did you doubt?" Peter wasn't fearless, he was fearful. But even so, Jesus used him. Do you know the lesson here? It's not about never being afraid. It's about trusting Jesus even when you are afraid. When you feel like you're sinking, cry out, "Lord, save me," and he will hold you. Paul wasn't superhuman. He felt pain, fear, exhaustion. But he learned God will never abandon you in your worst moment. If you feel trapped in loneliness, failure, or pain, God is telling you, "My strength is enough for you." These stories are not just meant to be read in the Bible, they are meant to be lived. David, Esther, Peter, and Paul were just like us. They didn't win because they were strong. They won because God was their strength. Maybe you're thinking, "But my situation has no way out." Listen to this. The same God who parted the sea, defeated giants, and sustained Paul in prison is with you now. He didn't promise an easy life, but he promised, "I will never leave you." Now, I invite you to subscribe to the channel to hear more messages like this. Comment below, "God is my strength," if you know he is your strength. And remember, the power that moved the heroes of the Bible is inside you. See you in the next video. Stay in peace.